Sitting in a dignified, upright, and comfortable posture, bring awareness to the breath, to the in-breath and the out-breath as an anchor for your present moment awareness. And you can choose to focus on the breath at the nose or the chest or the abdomen or perhaps the whole body, but choosing one of those areas and returning to that breath focus point as needed or as instructed throughout the practice. And you may choose to have your eyes gently closed, or if you want or prefer to have them open, find a non-moving point, not on another person, and just gently hold that focus throughout the practice. And so now, when you're ready, bring awareness to the mind as best you can, noticing whatever you find there. Perhaps you're finding thoughts of things that you've been doing earlier in the day. There may be thoughts of things that need to be done or will be done later in the day. You might also find a focus on sounds in the room or outside of the room. Or perhaps there's a focus on physical sensation or other things or images. Allow yourself to see these thoughts or streams of thought or perhaps images as best you can, noticing them, just noticing them, without being swept away by them, without growing them, allowing those thoughts to be as they are, without need for them to be different, and then letting them go without judging the thoughts or yourself or struggling with them. And perhaps then bringing awareness on to another thought. And with each thought, you might take just a moment and notice the felt sense in the body. When I have this thought, what sensations do I notice in the body? Noticing without judgment, and then letting go of that thought. And if you find a thought or thoughts that are uncomfortable, perhaps they're unwelcome, they may even be painful, allow those thoughts on the in-breath and soften into them on the out-breath. This thought is already here. Let me see it. Let me notice it. And then gently let go of it without judging it or struggling with it or yourself, leaving the thought to be as it is, without need for it to be different, and yet letting go of the focus on it. And now bringing awareness back to the breath. The in-breath and the out-breath. Always available as an anchor for your present moment awareness. And when you find that your mind has wandered throughout the practice. That is the nature of the mind, to jump from thing to thing. Allow yourself to see the wandering thoughts. Notice them. And then gently let go of those wandering thoughts and bringing awareness back to the practice as many times as might be needed. And each of those times that you tune back into the thoughts and notice where they are is an opportunity to return to present moment awareness. And if you like, you can continue slow, deep, and rhythmic breathing throughout the practice without breath holding. And if your exhales are just a little bit longer than your inhales, that will stimulate the soothing part of the nervous system. And so now when you're ready, take just a moment to bring awareness to your physical body as a whole, allowing yourself and making space to notice any areas of particular sensation in the body. And as your attention rests on an area of particular sensation, whatever it may be, perhaps notice how you experience that sensation, which may be pleasant or unpleasant or neutral. Simply notice the sensation and how you experience it. And then gently let go of the awareness or focus on that sensation. And perhaps bring awareness on to another area of particular sensation in the body today. And if you find a sensation or sensations in the body that are uncomfortable or unpleasant, perhaps even painful, allow yourself to notice and allow that sensation on the in-breath and soften into it on the out-breath. This sensation is already here. Let me feel it. And then gently let go of the focus on that sensation, that difficult or uncomfortable or even painful sensation, without judging the sensation or yourself or struggling with it. Leaving that sensation to be as it is without need for it to be different. And bringing awareness on perhaps to another sensation, or if needed, bringing the awareness back to the breath. And if you find a sensation that is difficult and you're noticing feelings of being overwhelmed, gently let go of that sensation and the awareness of it, bringing awareness to the breath for just a moment. You can also scan your body to notice areas of particular sensation today. Scanning from top of the head to tips of the toes, or tips of the toes to the top of the head. Just scanning along and noticing areas of particular sensation as you encounter them. noticing them and allowing them. And so now scanning from top of the head, through head, neck and shoulders, just finding whatever you find and allowing it today. Scanning through arms and torso, through the legs, then to the tips of the toes. Finding whatever is present today in the body and allowing it without struggle. And now when you're ready, bring awareness to the feet as best you can. Noticing sensations in the bottoms of the feet. Now noticing each and every toe of the left foot, including left big toe and left little toe. Now bringing awareness to each and every toe of the right foot, including right little toe and right big toe. Allowing them to be as they are. And now bringing awareness to the tops of the feet, perhaps noticing the sensation of your feet coming in contact with socks or shoes, and the pressure down to the floor or wherever your feet are resting. Simply noticing and allowing. Or sometimes it's called witnessing. And now letting go of that awareness as we practice this selective attention. And bringing awareness now to the ankles and to the lower legs, to the knees and the upper legs. Pausing for just a moment to notice the sensations of sitting in the chair or the couch or the wheelchair or wherever you may be sitting. You might notice this at the upper legs, perhaps the hips, the lower back or middle back. Just notice the sensations of sitting, if you're sitting, or whatever other posture you might be having. Just noticing without judgment or need for anything to be different. And now gently let go of the awareness of the posture or the sitting. And now bringing awareness to the abdomen and the waist, to the middle back and the upper back. How are things in the body today? And noticing now right shoulder blades and left shoulder blades. And bringing awareness around to the chest and the tops of the shoulders. And when you're ready, bring awareness down both arms, through upper arms to elbows, lower arms to hands, noticing where your palms are resting, and sensations coming in through right palm and left palm, whatever they may be. And bringing awareness now to each and every fingertip of the right hand, including right thumb, right pointer finger, perhaps right little finger. And now bringing awareness to each and every fingertip of the left hand, including left little finger, left thumb, left pointer finger. And now bringing awareness to the tops of the hands and taking just a moment to notice the temperature in the room where you are as the air in the room comes in contact with the skin of your hands or arms. Simply noticing the temperature in the room without judgment or needing it to be other than it is. And now bringing awareness to lower arms and elbows, upper arms and the tops of the shoulders. And now bringing awareness to the neck, noticing sensations in the back of the neck, sides of the neck, front of the neck and the throat. And now, take a moment to bring awareness to your face as a whole, just noticing whatever sensations you find there. And now noticing in particular sensations in lower jaw, upper jaw, and mouth, nose, cheeks, and ears, eyes, and the forehead. And now bringing awareness to the top of the head, down the back of the head to the base of the neck. And pausing to take just a moment to bring compassion to your body for carrying you through the day. And now, bringing awareness back to the breath, the in-breath and the out-breath, breath by breath, present moment awareness. And now when you're ready, bring awareness as best you can to your emotions or mood, allowing and making space for whatever emotion or emotions you've brought with yourself today, those that you embrace and others that may not be as welcome. So noticing whatever emotions you find within yourself today. You may find one emotion or more than one. Perhaps you find happiness or sadness. There may be anger or fear, perhaps frustration, contentment, joy, or other emotions. And now, bringing awareness to one emotion that you found within yourself today, allow the awareness to pause and rest gently on that emotion. And take just a moment to notice how you experience that emotion. Maybe pleasant or unpleasant or neutral. And now take just a moment to notice the felt sense in the body. When I have this emotion, what sensations do I notice in the body? You might also notice particular thoughts that accompany this emotion. So noticing and allowing, now gently let go of that emotion and your awareness and focus on it without judging it or yourself or struggling with it, yet leaving that emotion to be as it is without need for it to be different. And if you notice an emotion that is difficult or uncomfortable, perhaps that's unwelcome or even painful, allow that emotion on the in-breath. and soften into it on the out-breath. This emotion is already here. Let me feel it. And if you feel overwhelmed, again, come back to the breath. Ground the focus of awareness to the breath. But allowing the emotion that may be difficult or uncomfortable or unwelcome, allowing it and softening into it. This emotion is already here. Let me feel it. And now gently letting go of the focus on that emotion without judging it or yourself or struggling with it. Leaving it to be as it is without needing it to be different, and yet letting go of it and the focus upon it and bringing awareness back to the breath, the in-breath and the out-breath, available throughout the day as an anchor for your present moment awareness. And so now we're going to do our little small or portable practice we might think of as a pocket practice. We're going to return to a loving kindness meditation. And there's science showing us that loving kindness practices stimulate the soothing part of our nervous system. And so I'd like each one of us now to think of someone with whom you have a close relationship. And it doesn't matter so much who you pick, because that person represents all of the people with whom you have close relationships. And so while holding that person, the thought or image of that person in your heart or mind, I will put these affirmations forward and you can follow in your heart and mind. So for that close person, we'll put these wishes out. May you be at ease in your life. May you experience joy. May you be safe and sound. May you be content in your life. And now I invite everyone to think of someone whom you know of as a distinct individual or a particular person, but with whom you don't have a close relationship, like a cashier that you see at the grocery store, or perhaps your mailman, or a person you pass at work but don't really know well. And that person represents all other people. So while holding the image or thought of that person in your heart and mind, we'll put these wishes out for them. May you be at ease in your life. May you experience joy. May you be safe and sound. May you be content in your life. And next, I'd like each of us to think of ourselves. And we're going to put these wishes and affirmations out for ourselves. May we be at ease in our lives. May we experience joy. May we be safe and sound. May we be content in our lives. And lastly, you're invited to think of someone with whom you've had conflict or perhaps a hostile relationship. And while holding the image or the thought of that person in your heart and mind, that person with whom you've had difficulty. We'll put these wishes out for them. May you be at ease in your life. May you experience joy. May you be safe and sound. May you be content in your life. And now we'll have our mindful poem, a traditional practice in mindfulness to include the arts and poetry. And so this is a poem by Wendell Berry called The Peace of Wild Things. When despair for the world grows in me, and I wake in the night at the least sound, in fear of what my life and my children's lives may be, I go and lie down where the wood drake rests in his beauty on the water, and the great heron feeds. I come into the peace of wild things who do not tax their lives with forethought of grief. I come into the presence of still water, and I feel above me the day-blind stars waiting with their light for the time I rest in the grace of the world and am free. And you're invited to return to the breath, to the in-breath and the out-breath. Perhaps as an anchor for present moment awareness. And in your own time, you can open your eyes and take the fruits and the benefits of the practice with you and your heart and mind, and to the interactions you have with other people. Thank you.